Hey, what's going on guys? Butterbar here. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another Division 2 video. So, Massive did their State of the Game yesterday, as well as too, there is now a trailer out of the update that we're getting tomorrow with the Tidal Basin update on April 5th. So, this is a huge update that's coming to the Division 2. Not only are we getting the Tidal Basin Stronghold, we are getting heroic mission difficulties, we are getting weekly invaded missions, we are getting gear sets, we are getting new exotic weapons. It is a huge update that is coming to the game, and especially if you're somebody that's going to be able to play tomorrow. I'm going to be at work, so I'm not going to be able to enjoy it, but if you're somebody that can play this update and have an enjoyable time, dude, have it on me, man. Have a fun time for me. I definitely look forward to playing this thing on the weekend. But yeah, man, it's going to be crazy to see this update of all the things that is going to be being brought to the Division. However, there are things I want to talk about today. I want to give you guys my opinion about what I thought about the state of the game. I thought some changes that are coming to this update are kind of weird. I don't know. In my opinion, some changes that are being made, I don't think need to be made. It needs to go a different way, so I'll give you my opinion about that. I'll give you my opinion on what I think about the trailer that dropped today, about the new Stronghold, about the raid, the little teaser of the raid that we're actually getting later this month, which is really cool, as well as the teaser of the new specialization weapon that we're going to be getting later on, and I have to say it looks bad. So we'll get into that. And lastly, I want to give you guys my opinion about what I think that this update needs, or later updates need, to make the Division 2 I don't know, in my opinion, a more fun game, because there are some things in this game that get really irritating, and I feel like some of the changes that need to be made to the game need to be made right away, because I don't know if it's going to be pushing people away, just because some of the things that are in this game are just really goofy, and I really do feel like some changes that could be made to this game could make it a lot better, and make people get brought back to this game more and more often. So let's get into the state of the game. First off, we are going to be getting some nerfs. The M700 weapon is going to be nerfed. Safeguard, a talent, is getting nerfed, and I'll tell you this, you know, you getting into the challenging difficulties, or even, God forbid, you get in, you try, you know, some of the heroic control points, you know, the amount of damage that some of these NPCs deal out is incredible, and Safeguard was one of those things where, especially as somebody that plays the healer, you know, support character, like I do, you know, Safeguard was really good because you keep your players alive, you keep your teammates alive, keep yourself alive, because of all the damage that's being dealt out by these really powerful NPCs. Safeguard was a blessing because you'd be able to deal out a lot of healing to keep people alive in this game. Now they're actually creating a cooldown timer, you know, for how long Safeguard can be activated. But for me, really, Safeguard was really good, especially in the PvE environment. I don't know exactly how it interacted in the PvP. I imagine it was kind of, I imagine it was probably irritating to kill an NPC and then go after a player and be able to heal yourself pretty quickly. But in the PvE environment, Safeguard is a must just to be able to stay alive in these higher difficulties. So to me, I really didn't want to see Safeguard change that much. It sucks that there's going to be a cooldown timer. I don't know exactly what else they might be thinking about changing to Safeguard, but hopefully, I mean, hopefully it's at least a viable talent to have in this game, because right now it's almost a must in the higher difficulties, challenging and even into heroic. We're going to be getting some weapon buffs. The MG5, I believe the AA-12 is getting a buff as well, which again, don't get shotguns in this game are just useless. I'll get into this later on into the video, but shotguns, to me, in my opinion, are just one of those guns. It's like, I don't even want to try. I don't even want to try using a shotgun, just because I don't even want to get that close to the NPCs in this game. The LVOC is actually getting a buff as well, so some guns are getting a buff. We're seeing a few things get a nerf in this update, but to me, in my opinion, I think everything should just get buffed. I know that at least for the M700 and the MK17, that's getting a nerf. Both those guns, I get it, there are marksman and sniping rifles, but for me, really, to you know, nerf those weapons, I would just bring every other weapon in those categories up to where they are competitive with those guns. I wouldn't actually bring it down. I would bring everything up, again, especially when you get into these harder difficulties. Everybody has a lot more health, NPCs do a lot more damage, so for me to hear that weapons are getting a nerf just makes me really scared about not only the weapons not dealing enough damage to these really powerful NPCs, but also too with the talent not being able to support yourself against the high damage output of the harder difficulties. So, alright, now onto the trailer. Now, the trailer actually did show us some gameplay of Tidal Basin. It was really cool to see how we're entering it, how we are going to be interacting in the environment for Tidal Basin, trying to take it out. It was really nice to see some gameplay of the raid and what that's going to be like for an 8-man raid. I've never been in a raid that big. I guess I've been in, oh no, I'm sorry, the Old Republic had an 8-man raid, so that's about the only game that I've actually played an 8-man raid game, and it's just really cool to see that onto a console where you can actually play on Xbox or PlayStation 4, play in an 8-man raid. So I'm really excited to see how this raid, you know, takes off. It looks like it's at JFK Airport. I don't know if that's true or not, but at least from the gameplay, it looks like it's there. And again, it looks really cool. I cannot wait to try that out. And again, it's releasing this month. It's releasing in a couple of weeks, and it's really cool because I thought that this was going to be released like maybe around in May or June, and I'm really excited to know that it's going to be released here before too long. And lastly, this trailer did show us the minigun, the minigun specialization weapon that we're going to be getting later on. Now, we didn't get to see what the tree looked like, the specialization tree of what everything looks like, but damn, man, if I get to play with a minigun, dude, I'm a huge fan of Predator. If you guys have watched Predator, with Jesse Ventura has a minigun in that thing, oh my god. So again, I'm gonna be really excited to see what this minigun does in the PvP as well as PvE environments. It's gonna be a lot of fun to just make this thing spin up and go after NPCs. But again, I guess we'll kind of actually go into my complaints right now, or things that I would love to see changed in it. So again, you're adding a lot, you know, the specialization with this minigun, as well as, you know, you're making some nerfs and buffs to weapons in this game. Really, when it comes down to it, I think, man, we need a upper hand, especially when it gets into the higher difficulties, to the higher missions, challenging, heroic, even sometimes even hard. Some of the NPCs can be brutal, especially with how much health they have, as well as how much damage they have. And I get it, it scales up with the difficulties, but right now, at least from my opinion, I really do see that a lot of these NPCs deal way too much damage. I mean, like engineer shotgunning me across the map, and I'm almost like half health. I mean, my entire armor is knocked down from a shotgun from across the map by an NPC. So, to me, in my opinion, one of the biggest changes that needs to be happening is just massive. If you guys can take a look at some of the damage that NPCs are putting out, how much health they have, or how much damage that we can actually put into some of these NPCs, it's crazy to know that heroic's not even here yet. You can do heroic on control points and whatnot, but challenging is pretty crazy for how much damage is dealt out. Now, I know with you know, getting up to gear score 500, that might make some changes with a higher gear set, more health and whatnot. But that's actually going into armor. Right now, I feel like armor doesn't really have any. I don't feel like the armor stat has any implementation or implication of what you are actually having in health-wise to your character. I feel like I could run at 100,000 health or run at 200,000 health and still get dropped immediately in this game. I think Imtash did a really good job. If you guys check him out on YouTube, did a really great breakdown of what happens, you know, armor-wise. It doesn't matter how much armor you have in this game, because it doesn't really matter. The NPCs deal a lot of damage. I mean, hell, I still remember rocking, you know, 200,000 plus armor and just getting dropped immediately in challenging mode. So I would really love to see later on that, you know, armor stats be better interpretized, or, you know, have a better understanding of what armor does, because right now I feel like I can have a crap load of armor. I have 200 plus K armor, but damn, man, it just doesn't feel like I'm making a dent and being able to survive in this game. So I'd love to see armor. You know, I would love to see some type of information about armor. Skills, let's go to skills, because right now, you know, we got some information about in the game, the state of the game, that, you know, skills are going to be getting a little bit lower number. However, with mods and whatnot, people are going to be able to using their mods when this update, you know, comes in, which is great, because I've been having a stockpile of mods that I can't use. So I'm really happy to see that we're going to be able to use some of these mods later on with this update. However, when it comes to the skills, again, we don't know exactly what skills mean, because you go into the selection screen and skills don't really play too much of a part on your abilities, on your skill abilities, because you could have 7,000 skill points in your skills, and you don't get a faster cooldown time. You don't get, you know, more powerful weapons or whatnot, at least from what I'm seeing. So I would love to see some more information on, you know, depending on how much skill I have, that, you know, I get a better cooldown timer for my skills, or I have more powerful heals or powerful, you know, blocking with the ballistic shield. I would love to know more about skill-wise, you know, what that what skills do and number-wise to my skills, you know, talents and whatnot. And also, too, I do feel like some of these things are very clunky. I know they're going to be making the Chem launcher into a weapon. You just, you know, hit left bumper, you know, or whatever key is on the keyboard, and it becomes almost a weapon. You're able to shoot it out. So, to me right now, I feel like the Chem launcher is really clunky. I know there's some other things that feel clunky as well in this game, but the Chem is by far one of the most clunkiest weapons or the clunkiest skills in this game. So I hope to see in this update that that is changed as well. Weapons. Okay, now again, the NPCs, the game gets really difficult as you're going up in world tiers, as well as in challenge in difficulties on missions, which it should. However, when it comes to the weapons, and especially hearing too that weapons are getting nerfs, it makes me really nervous because I feel like I don't deal a lot of damage in this game for being, you know, very well geared, having great weapons that I really enjoy. But again, I still feel like it does take a lot to take down some of these enemies, and especially too with ML, you know, light machine guns, SMGs, and even shotguns. I feel like all of those weapon categories need a buff to them, just overall damage-wise. I think SMGs, LMGs, and shotguns need an overall buff. Shotguns need it really bad because NPCs have some sniper-ish shotguns out there that deal a crap load of damage, and then I'm over here with my pea shooter, you know, shotgun barely making a dent into their armor, and they're, you know, denting my paper mache armor that I just go down in a matter of seconds. So to me, shotguns need a really big buff. I think they should just completely remove the melee damage, the, you know, whatever percentage, 100% increased weapon or melee damage to enemies. Nobody's getting that close to any of these NPCs. So just completely get rid of the melee damage, increase how much shotgun damage deals to body or something. I don't know, but those are the type of changes I would love to see in this game. I would love to see armor, you know, get more information on how armor is working in this game. Skill wise, I would love to see more information on skills. Weapons, I want to see some major buffs to some of these guns because it feels like you're really not dealing enough damage as much as you should in this game. And just really, I don't know. To me, I really am enjoying the Division. I do feel like there are some things that make it kind of aggravating. I think one of the things that are aggravating, this crossbow, man, it is hard to hit somebody with this damn crossbow, and I feel like it still doesn't deal enough damage. So, to me, I think there's a lot of quality of life changes that can be made to the Division 2 to make it a more fun game. I think with this update, I would love to get into the patch notes and see the things that they changed in this game. More or less, really, I just wanted to give you guys my opinion on where I think the game is at right now. I will give you guys, again, what I think about the update when it comes out tomorrow, and let you guys know what I think about the changes that they've made to this game, let you guys know what I think about the Stronghold, and as well as the increase in gear score and everything. It's going to be a great time. So I wanted to give you guys this information. Let me know in the comments below what you guys think about some of the changes that I would love to see in this game. Let me know in the comments below, and let me know in the comments below again, are you guys excited for tomorrow update? So again, guys, hope you enjoyed this video. If you guys did, please drop me a like. Let me know in the comments below what you think. Have a great rest of the day, and I will see you guys all next time.